Good afternoon, basketball fans. Happy New Year, and welcome to Division II Women's College Basketball. We're at Merckett Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. I'm Dave Clifton. I'm here at courtside along with Tom Pike. That's not Mask Pike, that's Tom Pike.
Yeah, it's kind of like riding a bike, but
Tom,
with a P.
Thank you for joining us here. And this is a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. And of course, a little credit should go to, maybe a lot of credit, should go to the Mansfield Bank as they sponsor the Stonehill College women's team. And of course, we're on the Paula Sullivan Court here at Merckett Gymnasium, Easton, Massachusetts. And we get another chance to see head coach Tricia Brown in action. 18th season as the leader of the pack here. And of course, she's part of the class of 87 at Harvard. And right now, tonight, Tom, it looks like we have the Stonehill Holiday Classic. 4 teams participating. Assumption out of Worcester. University of Sciences out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Molloy, a team that Stonehill will face. They're from Long Island in New York. And of course, our own Skyhawks, Stonehill College. Interesting to see that first game of this doubleheader. University of Sciences won that ball game by 9. They didn't win by a lot, 63-54, and they are rated number 9 according to the coaches' poll.
Yeah, and University of Sciences, they actually just came off a victory off of Bentley from yesterday. And from what we gathered from this game alone against Assumption College, University of Sciences is definitely going to be a team that whoever is going to win this matchup tonight is going to have a one insane challenge tomorrow. I mean, we saw amazing points from beyond the arc. We saw amazing efforts from the U Sciences, most specifically from Isra Yee as well as Colleen Walsh. These 2 players are extremely prominent from beyond the arc, and I'm interested to see how well they're going to face off against whoever the victor is going to be tonight.
Shooting the 3-pointers was truly amazing, and they weren't short ones.
No, they weren't.
They were professional 3-pointers.
There was actually one that Ezra Yee, made to finish off the third quarter, and it was actually, I want to say, a good 5 feet from the arc itself, and it was just incredible. I mean, it was a buzzer beater, and just getting the ball off at the right time and able to capitalize even more, getting a little bit more of a head of a lead to enter the fourth quarter, which ended up giving them the victory in that matchup.
Stonehill's coming off a 75-65 victory over Southern New Hampshire University. And of course, Tom and I are covering the Stonehill Holiday Classic. University of Sciences from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're 9-0 right now, 2-0 in their East Coast Conference. And they're taking on tomorrow night, certainly Stonehill College. And this is a team that right now is 9-2. They only have 2 losses, one against Bentley and the other one against the team we saw in the first game tonight. And I'm talking about from Worcester, Massachusetts. And they are a team, we call them Assumption. And they're the Greyhounds. I'm not sure if they came in a Greyhound bus. But I'll tell you, we're looking forward to 4 10-minute quarters. There'll be 3 officials dressed in the stripes. And we will have a 30-second clock. And Tom Pike, a little thank you to Nick Allende for his efforts. He's from the Bridgewater area. He's on camera tonight. And we're looking forward to seeing what Stonehill can do against the Molloy Lions. They're 6-5. They're 1-3 in conference play. And they represent the East Coast Conference, and I happen to like the NE10 Conference. They got a lot of
I'm sensing a little biasy there.
a lot of players. Of course, I've been covering mostly NE10 conference games. I'm not in the New York area. But here it is, Saturday, December 29th. This Classic will continue tomorrow with all 4 teams playing once again. And we're kind of excited. And right now we're just about ready for the announcement of the starting lineups.
The Lions from Molloy College and your number 25 ranked Stonehill College Skyhawks.
Now, if you think I'm prejudiced, I think the PA announcer sounds like he's rooting for, well, of course, he works for Stonehill.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, bias is kind of like in the job description at that point.
Stonehill will be dressing, I should say Molloy College Lions will be dressing 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 4 freshmen.
And here we're about ready to start off with the starting lineups for Molloy College. We have Innocence Grady, the senior guard from Amityville, New York. We also have Jenna Saletti, a junior forward from Huntington, New York. Over at guard, we have Melody Pritchard from Knightdale, North Carolina. Catherine Gibson, the junior guard from Nepoinset. And Martha Garrard, the sophomore forward from Stamford, Connecticut. And the 3 players that will actually not be playing for Molloy College tonight are Marianne Begonis, Abigail Duvivier, and Kaylin Stens.
So our PA announcer getting ready to introduce the Skyhawks. They'll dress 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 4 freshmen. And of course, getting the starting nod tonight, number 10, Jennifer Warden from Abington, Massachusetts, a sophomore guard. Here's Grace Carter, likes to shoot the 3. She's a 5'7" guard, a junior from Arlington, Massachusetts, one of the Spy Ponders, and from Eastern Massachusetts, played her high school basketball at all the range. She'll wear number 30, and of course, she's had a terrific season thus far. Kelsey Shaw gets the starting nod, and of course, Kayla Raymond, a freshman. Head coach Tricia Brown from Harvard. Reuter, of course, will be the big rebounder for the Skyhawks squad, and she'll be a person that they'll have to reckon with. The captains, I should say the tri-captains for Stonehill, Marty Diabate, Gabrielle Reuter, and Kelsey Shaw. 3 folks that get lots of playing time for the Skyhawks. Again, that final score of the first game, 63-54. University of Sciences defeated Assumption from Worcester, Mass. Gabrielle Reuter, wearing number 31, will jump the tap, and she will. She's got pretty good size, gets good rebounds, and she'll jump against McKenna. There's the tap controlled by the Skyhawks. They get across the timeline. Grace Carter on the near side of the court. Kelsey Shaw tries to go baseline, decides to get it back out front to the point guard, Carter. There's a 3-pointer. Bang! She got it! So that was Kelsey Shaw wearing number 4. She's from Maine. Likes to shoot those 3s. I call them tragois, Tom.
I have to get the story behind that one.
Rebound pulled down by Kayla Raymond. Only a freshman. She's had 4. She's actually been the rookie of the week on 4 different occasions.
And for good reason too. She, from what I'm hearing, is actually almost like the replacement for Kelly Martin, someone who's been very proud for the Skyhawks from last year, who actually ended up graduating. And seeing her in this spot, in this role, this early on in her collegiate athletic career, is pretty, inspiring to see, as well as kind of capitalize on.
Ball stolen. Jennifer Warden thought she was going to go coast to coast. Gave it to Rudu. Takes a three. Doesn't fall. Rebound pulled down by one of the smaller players on the court. And, of course, she wears number 25, Gibson, a junior from Neponset, New York. Grady gets the ball blocked, shot blocked by Ruda. Warden out front, goes down the lane, and here she is, bang, the freshman. Kayla Raymond picks up her first three, not afraid to take those shots, and has lots of poise, Tom, for a freshman.
And coming from someone who's from Oliver Ames, right down the street from Stonehill College, having a Division II high school, you think that that kind of difference between high school and college would be a little bit intimidating, but, Kayla Raymond just kind of seems like it's a, walk in the park for her.
Feels very much at home. I had a chance to cover her when she played in high school at Oliver Ames as part of the Hockomock League Division II hoop. So Molloy, they're from Long Island, and their point guard, Innocent Grady, that's how they pronounce her name, Metfield, New York. She's a senior guard, smallest player on the court, and yet she's a senior.
Molloy College is having a tough time just getting to the basket, at least at this point. Not really a lot of time on the possession. And I'm not sure if it's mostly the aggression that the Skyhawks have or just kind of miscommunications.
Warden got her own rebound on the shot. And there's another three attempt by the freshman, Raymond. This time she back rims it. Loose ball rebound picked up by Gibson. Gibson being covered by Carter. She goes to the far side of the court, gets it back out front. A little pick from Saletti. And again, Molloy trails 6-0. They're from the East Coast Conference. And bang, there's a three from way downtown. That was by Gibson.
I like that move.
Junior.
I love that move that Melody Pritchard made. After the offensive rebound from Saletti, just a nice little outside shot over from the far side, and beautiful job by Molloy College getting on the board.
Nice look by Wanham to feed Carter underneath. She did a little head fake, went up and kissed it off the glass for the basket. Another rebound. Pulled down by Warden. Carter looks for the three. Skyhawks are working against a man-to-man defense. Kelsey Shaw takes the three. Gabby gets the rebound, and Carter gets the three.
I was very excited to see Grace Carter play last year, and seeing her again this year in that prominent leadership role is really doing a lot of work for the Skyhawks.
And you got to give credit to the coach. And I'm saying Tricia Brown, not because she's standing not too far from us, but the fact is that a very successful coach. She graduated 5 seniors last year who were outstanding players. They went all the way to the quarterfinals of Division II. They finished 29-4. Here they are back here, and they found this freshman who gets the job done.
Actually, I believe the only remaining starter from last year is Grace Carter. She was a sophomore last year. Now she is a junior, and not a captain, but still a major starter for the Skyhawks.
Although a lot of the players on the bench got some playing time. Good turnaround, and she got the shot. That was Jenna Saletti, a junior from Huntington, New York. Here's Diabate. She comes into the lineup, also getting some playing time. Emily Bramante from Chelmsford, Mass. Played her high school basketball at Westford Academy. How about you, Tom Pike? Were you a player? Or did you announce all the games?
Well, in college, I helped broadcast all the games for Bridgewater State University, and when I was in high school, I played football and lacrosse. So I was actually horrible at basketball, and that's why I started commentating them, because this is the only way I could be a part of the game without being a part of the game.
Well, it's important to stay active whether you play or you watch.
Yeah, nothing beats being baseline, being able to commentate, especially with you, Dave, and being a part of the broadcast. And it's interesting to see how well this team can, it's awesome just watching this team play.
Nice shot. I'll tell you, this young lady coming off the bench likes to take them. I'm talking about Santos.
Okay, wave Molloy.
She wears number 5. 13-7. Stonehill out in front. Nice jump shot. Here comes Bramante. Another freshman. Gets it to Santos. They work the far side of the court. Diabate posted low, but that ball goes in from way downtown. 15-7.
Yeah, Reuter had a lot of separation between her and her defender, and just taking advantage of it and making that easy jumper.
I'll tell you, Tom, girls and women's basketball has improved tremendously since I was a kid. I'll tell you, they've come a long way.
It's always exciting to see this team play. I mean, even last year when we were broadcasting together, I mean, it was a sight to see. And the one thing I like about being here at Stonehill College is that the crowd and the community really gets together on it, whether it's the parents, whether it's the actual students that come in. I mean, the majority of the time, this place is pretty much sold out.
As Raymond looks for the shot, decides to give it to Kelsey Shaw. I found myself saying basket by Shaw as she stops and pops. I almost said stop and shop. But the fact is,
almost.
It's getting tangled up in the words. There's a nice soft shot. I'll tell you, she's not afraid to take the shot. Jenna Saletti out of Huntington, New York, and she's a freshman. Right now, there's 4 freshmen on the court on both sides.
Yeah, I like the movement that Saletti had even earlier when she was able to get the offensive rebounds, and she was able to get some separation and create some good dynamic plays for the Lions.
Nice rebound by Shaw. Gets it to Bramante. Back out front to Raymond. She stops. She pops. Bang! She got it. She picks up her 5th point in this ball game. We were talking earlier about Tyra Harrison. She's actually in the game. She has the ball now. And she goes to the hoop, gets fouled in the action. So she'll go to the charity stripe and she'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's Stonehill fouls on number 4.
Clock stopped at 2:04. We got a 17-9 ball game. And if you just joined us, this is the 2018 Stonehill Holiday Classic right here at the end of the year. And Tom, we certainly wish you and Nick a Happy New Year.
And same to you.
Harrison in the line.
I understand you're going to stay in New Year's Eve and read books. Okay.
Yes, you got that right. My bedtime is 10 o'clock.
Shaw goes underneath to Raymond. Turnaround, Jay, bang! 7th point in this ball game. Is she looking for 5 Rookie of the Weeks?
The way she's going, she might be able to get it.
She's got the talent. Went out of bounds off the fingertips of Isabella Santoro. She's from Durham, Connecticut. Played her high school basketball at Mercy. Ball stolen. Here's Santoro. Gets across the timeline. Works the near side of the court. Bramante on the right. Diabate on the left. Posted high is Raymond. She takes a three-pointer. Rolls around the rim. Didn't fall in. She's almost automatic. And one of the things that a coach has to do is to recruit the appropriate players. And usually a lot of players, Tom, that live in the area prefer not to stay in the area. A lot of them like to head out, but I think Stonehill's been so successful in basketball. She's here on a scholarship. She's here, number 1, for an education, and number 2, to play the game she likes, basketball.
Can't go wrong with that deal.
Nice soft touch by Garan. First name is Martha. She's a sophomore from Stamford, Connecticut. Dave Clifton here along with Tom Pike. Loose ball fought for. Bramante picks up the loose ball. Give her credit for the rebound. Notice the different kinds of passes they're throwing. The chest pass, the bounce pass, the over-the-head pass, the hook pass. And, of course, we hope they'll stay away from the behind-the-back pass. Kelsey with a strong rebound. She got fouled. So she'll go to the foul line. She'll shoot. So Harrison gets her first personal foul called against her. Now, this is Division II basketball, Tom Pike, and you get a chance to see a lot of Division I teams play. But what's your feeling about what you see?
I mean, I was able to be a part of the team last year, and I was able to help broadcast with Easton Community Access Television. And even from witnessing the transition of last year to this year, I mean, it's extremely promising to see how the Skyhawks have been playing, and you can't go wrong with that. But on the other side, looking at this previous game, the University of Sciences is definitely a team to be reckoned with. 9-0 right now, 2-0 in the CAC, CACC conference, and it has been a sight to see for them to play. And I'm excited to see what the Devils going to play, as well as their other conference championship team, the Jefferson University.
Well, the thing that was impressive, you had a chance to cover some Division III. There's a desperate shot at the end of the first quarter. Stonehill right now in complete charge of this game. They lead 21-11. But as I say quite often, it's never over till it's over. Stonehill is coming off, they have 2 losses. They're not coming off it, but they're only 2 losses. One against Bentley, 70-54. They lost to Assumption, 55-49. But they are a team that can be reckoned with in Division II basketball. They're part of the NE10 conference, which is part of the NCAA. Dave Clifton here along with Tom Pike. Nick Alande is on camera. And at the end of the first quarter, we have a 21-11 lead. Stonehill, of course, out in front. And when I think of this team last year, Tom, I can't forget, because I did follow them. They finished with a 29-4 record. They were 20-1 in the NE10 conference. And of course, here at Merckett Gymnasium, we don't have a full house because it's vacation time for the students. But this facility holds 1,560 people.
And when there's 1,560 people in this building, it is very loud. It is just It is astronomical seeing the way that this community comes together, especially for the women's basketball teams.
I see a lot of folks in the stands with their headsets. Do you think they're listening to our game, or do you think they're listening to some music? You don't have to answer that.
Thank you.
Harrison with the J. Doesn't fall. Carter kind of slows it up a little bit, waits for her teammates. Shot doesn't drop. She front rimmed that one.
Grace Carter right now is 5 points so far tonight. Leading the team is Kayla Raymond with 7 points for the Skyhawks. On the flip side, from Molloy College, Lucinda Saletti is leading the team with 4 points. Gibson right behind her with 3, and Melody Pritchard with 2.
Well, that's a violation called against the Lions. That was Martha Garan moved her pivot foot, and again, you have to dribble that basketball when you move. Otherwise, you'll get that violation. They call it traveling. They call it walking without music. This young lady that has the ball right now, she's absolutely terrific. Nice dish off to Ruda. I'm talking about Jennifer Warden. She is in full control when she's out there on the court, number 10. 8:22, we're in the second quarter. If you just joined us, you're watching Division II women's college basketball. This is a holiday classic hosted by Stonehill. 4 teams participating: Assumption, Molloy, and of course the University of Sciences, a team that's rated number 9 according to the coaches poll.
Turnover right there from Molloy College. Jenna Saletti kind of had like a stutter step calling the travel. Almost a good block right there by Gabrielle Ruder.
That was a partial block, I guess, that created that air ball. That's a 30-second timeout called by Molloy. I don't know if you had a chance to watch the men's game earlier this afternoon. They played at 12 noon. Of course, they're not part of the tournament, but they now have 9 victories and 4 losses. So they're doing a lot better than I expected. And I only say expected because they lost some key players.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really see much of it. By the time I got here, it was nearly the tail end of it, kind of more towards the transition of going into the first matchup tonight. And from what I've gathered, it's been a phenomenal season for them so far, like you said. And I'm interested to see how well they're going to perform for the rest of the year. Like you said, there are some players that are absent from graduation from last year, and we'll see how that turns out.
Here's Aspero, who's in the ball game. I didn't expect that she was going to start tonight because of injury. But she wears number 13, so she's back in the lineup. She was one of the original starters. Pressure in the backcourt. Bramante behind the back dribble. Pretty classy for a freshman. Bramante underneath to Warnham. Back out front. There's a 3-point by Carter. Doesn't fall, although Stonehill comes back with the rebound. Bramante 3-pointer. Bang! And she got it. Holy cow.
Molloy College is definitely having a tough time defensively, just trying to keep the pressure. I like the way that Skyhawks is able to collapse offensively and get kind of like their entire defense to kind of draw inside, and then all they do is just pass right back out.
How right you are, Tom.
That's Stonehill foul, number 21.
Of course, there have been 3 ball games here at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan court. Ken Wood is at the Rose Bowl, getting himself excited. He's going to be at the Rose Bowl parade.
Good for him.
Back in for Stonehill,
I asked him if he could cancel out and come to do the game and give me his tickets to the Rose Bowl.
I'm assuming he said no. It was a very quick no.
He gave me the benefit of the doubt. He took his time saying no to make me feel that there may be a possibility. If you just joined us, we got a 26-11 ball game. Stonehill out in front of Molloy. And of course, they're from Long Island. Nice look, fast break, up the court, a little head fake, and Kelsey Shaw makes the basket. She kissed it off the window. And I say to young basketball players out there, Tom, if you're playing basketball, you see that square on the backboard, put it off the square and let the backboard do the scoring for you.
Her second personal, the team's second foul.
Interesting how in Division II basketball they have 3 officials. In high school they do that a lot with tournament games. But you can catch a lot more things, I think, with 3.
Oh, I agree. Just having a near side and far side alone is helpful enough, but even the baseline as well is
Can you imagine
quintessential.
Can you imagine if they had 5? They'd be passing the ball to the officials.
I feel like the game would be a lot longer if there was 5.
Underneath, good turnaround, good use of the backboard. That was terrific by Garan, the sophomore. Kind of puts her team back in this ball game.
There was a lane violation right there from Stonehill. Maddie Diabati set it outside just a little too far. And now it's going to be a turnover for Molloy College to start things off underneath the baseline.
We'll get a foul in the paint area.
The foul on Stonehill's number 22, Maddie Diabati. Her second personal, the team's third.
That'll send Jennifer Saletti to the foul line, a junior. He'll call the foul, her second personal foul, Diabate. She's one of the tri-captains along with Shaw and Ruda.
Jenna Slutty making the first pointer for the charity stripe. She's right now has 5 points. She leads her team, make that 6.
And what she's done is she's put her team back in this ball game. Just when you think Stonehill's going to put it away. Of course, we're only in the first half. Second quarter. Cross the court pass. Those can sometimes be dangerous. Wow. From way downtown by Jennifer Warden. She's a sophomore from Abington, Massachusetts.
I don't think that Molloy College gave her much separation at all. Nice swat there by Raymond.
Wow. A little bit of defense. It's not all offense. Nice look underneath. Wow. That's team basketball.
That was a phenomenal fast break by the Skyhawks.
Ruda rolling up the court. I'm not talking about roller Ruda because the fact is we're talking basketball here, but they're a team that looks for each other. And this must be the kind of thing that Coach Brown emphasizes in practice. She also gets a lot of help from her assistant coaches, Kara Kelly and Shelby Buck.
And I just want to go back to that last play and I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened because Molloy College had their entire defense on the opposite side. And it almost it just seemed like everyone was just in the alleys. It wasn't really, collapsing on the defense and really just trying to stop the passes. I mean, it was an easy pass all the way right through, and it was easy for Raymond to get right through. But the only person that was potentially in the lane was Innocence Grady. I'm not really too sure what everyone else was.
Under 10 seconds now on the 30-second clock, and that's a traveling violation. It happens so often, even in college basketball, where they move their pivot foot without that dribble. And it's kind of anxious to get up the court and to move.
That was the second time that Saletti got the travel violation, and pretty much off the same exact premise. A little stutter step that has been an Achilles heel for multiple players in this league.
They go low to Ruda. Ruda does a turnarounder, but She overthrows the rim.
Nice defense.
Here's the second block by Raymond. This young lady played at Oliver Ames High School as part of the Hockomock League.
I love the fast break opportunity that Saletti had, and I really thought that it was going to be a perfect capitalization for the Lions. I mean, Innocence Grady just saw the perfect opportunity and took advantage of it, but Raymond came out of nowhere and just said, no, like that's not going to happen here.
That's Skyhawks foul number 12, Madison Seymour. Her first personal.
So you're getting a chance, Tom, you and I, to see a lot of the top high school players at their respective high schools playing some college basketball here in Division II. Shot blocked. Here comes Carter. I should say Bramante. Underneath to Warnham. Turnaround Jay. Off the window. She kissed it nicely to get the basket. If you just joined us, in the maroon jerseys, we have Molloy out of Long Island. Here's Carter, three-pointer, front rims it, or side rims it, doesn't fall. And going coast to coast, their point guard gets her own rebound. I thought she was going to head up the other end of the court.
Oh, beautiful opportunity, but back irons. Nice.
Nice give and go.
2 offensive rebounds for the Lions. That was nice. I like that move.
That was pretty. That was Pritchard. She's from Knightdale, North Carolina.
Let's start off with Innocence Grady going coast to coast and getting her own rebound and just kept on going. That was destiny for the Lions to at least get something on the board.
Bramante got a 3. Wow, what poise she has also as a freshman. Morgan O'Brien from Clifton Park, New York, reports to the scorer's table. She'll come in for the Skyhawks. 2:38, the clock running. They work the far side of the court. They go to the hoop. We got a foul before she got to the paint area. But she was in the act of shooting. She'll get 2 free throws.
It's going to bring Molloy College into the bonus. Still with 2.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Checking in for Stonehill, number 13, Morgan O'Brien.
Tom and I are going to chat at halftime about some of the things that we've seen here tonight in this game, as well as the tournament.
20 and 25.
Good free throw shooting by the Lions. It's the Skyhawks hosting the Lions. Bramante is quick, goes down the lane, comes back out front, gets the basketball. Bounce passes to the near side of the court. Warnham dishes off. And Bramante tried a bounce pass.
Lions basketball.
To number 13. That was Morgan O'Brien. Her major at Stonehill is elementary education. Back rims, it didn't touch a wire, so it's still in play. And they end up getting a hoop anyways.
That's the second time in a row that we've seen Melody Pritchard come away with a basketball after a shot and make the second shot in.
And again, they look low. You'll see them go back and forth to go down the lane. They get it to Warnham. She gets her shot blocked, and kind of a frustration foul.
Number 15, Taylor Warner.
as one of them got the shot off, and then Taylor tried to get the ball back, and she ended up fouling. It'll be a shooting foul.
Asperno at the line for the Lions, shooting 2.
We're at Mercott Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College, located in Easton, Massachusetts. 2 teams in this holiday classic. Made her free throws. And again, you know why they call them free? Because there's nobody covering you and there's no charge. All you have to do is concentrate and put an arc on it and hope that it goes in. Now that went in and out. They should have given her at least a point for that.
That's not a free throw.
No. And again, just when you think they're going to go away, they come back again and score. Here's Bramante, ball stolen. Ooh. Yeah, that's an offensive foul. Innocent Grady on the foul, offensive charge.
I think
Put the ball on the gym floor and put her shoulder down and just charged.
I know it was off of, I know what Innocence Grady was trying to do. She's trying to get that little bit of a push so that way she can kind of just hop up, but it wasn't really much of it necessary to kind of push your elbow into her chest. All you had to do is just take a quick step and just back out and you have a perfect opportunity.
Nice pass from Carter.
Her first on the team's 4th foul.
She got that ball to Morgan O'Brien. And she goes to the foul line. Nice arc, all net. I can always remember where she comes from because she's from Clifton, New York.
Does that remind you of something?
New York.
Yeah, New York.
One of the biggest states in the Union. Okay, 40-24. Under 23 seconds. The Lions now looking for the final shot. Taking on a tough Stonehill College team, 9-2. And they make it. That was a terrific basket by Gabriella. Wow. Holy cow. What a way to end the half.
I was going to talk about Molloy College for a second and talk about that last shot, but Grace Cotter's answer from half court coming out of nowhere.
Well,
it was the exact same thing that happened in the U Sciences game with Ezra Lee. But, this is not even a competition between them. That was just a way better shot, but it was the exact same situation.
what a way to win the half. As Stonehill ran into the locker room.
Nothing but smiles after that shot. Even Grace Carter had no idea. She couldn't believe it herself.
Well, I saw the Lions had their mouth open. They were going, are you kidding me? So right now the score 43-26. Stonehill is pretty much dominated this particular game, the second game in this classic. And right now, 5th graders heading to courtside as they get a chance to show off their talent and how important it is for them to come and see teams like Stonehill.
Yeah, it definitely makes a huge impact, and the fact that you're able to be a part of the team and be a part of the core is pretty awesome.
So congratulations to Grace Carter for heaving that ball from half court. It looked like it was just a normal shot that she takes, but it went in, I'll tell you. Today's
She was in total disbelief when she made that shot.
Tonight's cable cast, a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. You're watching Division II Women's College Basketball, 43-26. Dave Clifton here with Tom Pike. We'll be back during the halftime. Stay with us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stonehill College. Right now we have a significant lead for the Skyhawks, 43-26 over Molloy College Lions. Thomas Pike here with Dave Clifton, and this game is sponsored by Mansfield Bank, and we'd like to thank their continued support for Eastern Community Access Television. Starting things off before the game continues on into the second half. The lead scorers for the Skyhawks is Grace Carter with 8 points. She has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Kelsey Shaw with 7 points, 4 rebounds and 1 assist, and 1 foul so far. Kayla Raymond right behind her with 7 points as well, but with 1 rebound. And on the opposite side, Molloy College, Melody Pritchard leads it off with 8 points, and Jenna Saletti with 6 points as we start back into this game.
Okay, Stonehill gets the ball first. They take a shot, get their own rebound, gets kicked out of bounds by the Lions, so Stonehill will get it back. They have the lead, 43-26. We're in the third quarter here at Merkett Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. Underneath, all alone, a nice underhanded scoop shot under the hoop by Ruda. Gabriel, not a champ, certainly not afraid to take the shots. Good pass underneath. A 19-point lead being enjoyed. And of course, the Lions must have heard that because they come right back and get a hoop.
Melody Pritchard with a backhand under the basket shot and make that last point to match it up. But starting things off, I mean, we kind of seen like a similar situation that Molloy College has been facing in the first half, which is kind of almost like inconsistent defense. And right when I say there, I bite my own tongue. The turnover there. That was an off-ball foul from Kelsey Shaw. But I'm interested to see what head coach Joe Pelicane was able to tell his team during the halftime. And the only thing I can really say is they got to collapse on defense and be more aware of the situation around them and just see if they can capitalize on what's going on, because it just seems like they're in kind of an awkward groove where they're not really doing too well to facing off against a quick Stonehill Skyhawks team.
So we have a violation. Actually, it's a foul. They're going to call that foul against Kelsey Shaw.
Second team foul. Into the Stonehill lineup, number 21.
She has 3 fouls in this ball game.
She started off only with 1 foul and quickly brought up to 3, so she'll be taken out for a little bit in fear of foul trouble. A nice tip by Kayla Raymond.
Yes, and Bramante gets it to Raymond, goes out of bounds.
Ooh.
She tries to save it, and she almost sent the maintenance guy outside of the gym.
She literally held the door open for him, too.
45-28, 8:25. We're in the third quarter of play. How about those Celtics, Tom? They lost a few games this year. Nice defensive effort. Ruda hauls down the rebound. Bramante across the timeline. They go underneath. They take the J, air ball. And right now, the Skyhawks a little bit off on their shooting.
The Lions are definitely coming out a little more eccentric than they did, actually extremely more eccentric than they did in the first part of this game. Still considering what was going on, I think that they're going to see a whole different team this second half, to be honest.
How about that shot that Carter took at the end of the first half?
Yeah, that was
truly amazing at half court.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible to see. And seeing her look and seeing her reaction when she turned around was priceless.
Well, I kid people when I say when they take three-pointers, say she shot that from way downtown, but she actually shot that from.
Jenna Saletti right there, making it look easy.
She shot that from Oliver Ames High School. Right now, Stonehill looking to get a basket to pick up where they left off. And he almost didn't waste much time because Bramante went to the hoop. How important it is, young basketball players, to use the backboard.
That was a good move by Grady. And since Grady was able to just pick up the ball right at half court, right before there was any kind of violation, and just in the right place in the right time. Fortunately, wasn't able to capitalize on it, but still something to use.
Goes Bramante's pass went to head coach Tricia Brown, but it was knocked out of bounds. Stonehill will get it back. Centura gets the ball inbounds. Nice shot. Boy, she likes to shoot those tragois. You know, you asked me that question, what is a tragois? It's a triple. And
like I said, I'm still waiting for that story.
It counts for 3 points. Well, I used to do high school tournaments with a good friend by the name of Bob Sondheim. And Bob used to call the threes tragois, to the point where even coaches were asking, what the heck is a tragois? And I say, forget what it is, keep shooting them.
That's fair.
Nice give and go. They went down the left lane. 5:47, the clock running. 48-32, Stonehill from the NE10 conference out in front of Molloy. And that looked like a little bump or a foul. Centura with the basketball, takes a three, doesn't fall, and we're gonna have a foul in the paint as the officials will talk to each other about it. So they'll call a foul against Saletti, a junior from Huntington, New York. A graduate of Sacred Heart High School out in that neck of the woods. Here's Centura. Takes another three. And Raymond gets the rebound. Bramante makes it. The freshman puts in a three.
Stonehill right now 9 for 23 from beyond the arc. And so far, 19 of 44 in total.
So that foul will be called against the Lions. Stonehill gets it back. Stonehill not having any problem at all with the press. Diabate picks up a hoop for the Skyhawks.
Ooh, nice move by
Somehow
Saletti.
she just threw that up there and it rolled around the rim and fell in. Another Skyhawk turnover. Dave Clifton here along with Tom Pike.
That was the 14th turnover for the Lions College, Molloy College, excuse me. So far there's been 7 turnovers from Stonehill.
And of course this tournament will continue tomorrow on Sunday the 30th of December. Stonehill is scheduled to play the University of Sciences from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the other game is part of the doubleheader will feature Molloy.
Ooh.
Will they count the basket? Also playing tomorrow will be Assumption College. Any prediction? Tomorrow when Stonehill meets with the University of Sciences. I think they'll have a real matchup. That's a team that...
To be honest, that's a coin toss. I mean, Stonehill has played more games this year, but you can't go wrong with a 9-0 record right now. I mean, right now, Stonehill College is 9-2 in the season. They're 5-2 in their conference, but being undefeated, that's especially in the CACC, is no easy task.
Nice give and go. Centura gets the basket. And that's team basketball. They get their own rebound, they go up with the shot, and we're going to have a foul in the paint.
That's no foul, number 15. Taylor Warren, third personal.
Warnham is a strong rebounder for the Skyhawks.
Gabriella Asperu at the line, shoot two.
So that's the second player for Stonehill with foul trouble right now. Taylor Warnham being one of them. The other one is Kelsey Shaw, both with 3 fouls.
Asperu's second shot, and she makes. Missed the first one. Kelsey Shaw brings it back out front. They want to set something up. And we got a traveling violation called against Shaw. With the score 55-39. Ooh, wow. I wonder who they call the blocking foul against.
That's Stonehill foul, number 5.
Looks like Centura.
Her first personal, the team's 5th foul.
I think she fouled her before the charge.
Tyler Harrison at the line, shoot two.
Lions are shooting much better here in the second half. Stonehill right now calling for a play. Here come the Lions. And again, they pick up another basket.
That was a nice move by Grady. In drawing in the defense and then passing it perfectly over to number 20.
Coach Brown calls for a quick timeout. 55-43. Of course, this game is, I think I said in the first half, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, Molloy College has definitely come back by comparison to the first part of this game. When we first started this half, total was 26-43 in favor of Stonehill, and by comparison, I mean, we can already tell that Molloy College has come out of the gate a little bit a lot more stronger than they did originally, and I like the way that they've been playing on defense. I like their aggression. Stonehill College has still been very prominent, very dominant so far this second half, but you could tell that there's still a lot to play around with for Stonehill. They've been starting to make more plays more consistently, where in the first half they were just kind of like just playing basketball and just kind of getting the separation that they need in order to shoot. But now you're seeing a lot more plays develop, and Molloy College is going to be, in a run for its money very soon, I believe. But I like the way that Molloy has been playing, and I like Innocence Gray. The more and more I'm watching her play, I like her quickness, I like her aggressiveness, and I'm interested to see how well the rest of the team's going to be playing for the rest of the game.
Nice pass underneath to Ruda from Raymond, but Stonehill right now only up 12. Ball stolen by Raymond.
I'm not even sure if that was a steal or just like she just caught the ball. It was almost just like given to her.
That was a steal without looking.
Yeah.
There's Ruda, gets it underneath, knocked out of bounds. Stonehill will get it back.
Stonehill basketball.
Stonehill stacks it up. They'll take it out of bounds. They give it to Raymond. Carter, three-pointer, bang. She got it.
Carter's been nuts from beyond the arc. So far, she's 4 for 11, but it feels like it's been way more consistent than that for some reason. Grace Carter right now leads the team with 14 points.
She did 7 three-pointers in one away game.
So a game warning on Molloy's number 1, Innocence Gray.
58-45. Under 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Here's Bramante. Quick in the backcourt. Ruda was underneath to Raymond for the basket.
Molloy fouls number 13, Gabriella Asperu. Her second personal, the team's third foul.
Let's see who they call this against.
That Molloy fouls number 1, Innocence Gray, her second personal.
So they'll call this foul against Grady.
Fourth foul.
Once again, Stonehill gets it out of bounds. 37 seconds remaining. Here come the Lions. Lions have had a much better second half, Tom.
No,
I should say third quarter.
That's Skyhawks fouls on number 35, Grace Carter, her first personal.
So far, Molloy College has 19 points in this quarter, and they're actually outscoring Stonehill with 15.
Grady will get another shot. Rolls around the rim, doesn't fall. Raymond with the rebound. Here's Bramante. Gets across the timeline. Under 10 seconds remaining before the end of the third quarter. Ball went out of bounds. Stonehill will get it back. Stonehill 9-2 on the season. This is indeed a non-league game. And that's the end of 3 full quarters here at Merckett Gymnasium, 58-46. Most teams would love to have this kind of a lead even, but they were a little bit off in their shooting here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but still, nonetheless, the Molloy College has come back. Very little baby steps, but there's still another quarter left to play, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Like I said, Molloy College has definitely come out of the gate a lot more aggressive than they did before the start of this game. 20 points right now to finish off the second half as of right now. About to enter the fourth quarter, excuse me. And Stonehill College right now with 58 points versus the 46. Still in favor, but let's see how it works out.
Well, looks like Coach Brown has played 12 players on the squad, so a lot of players are getting some good playing time. Not everyone has scored, but I thought that Carter was doing a terrific job with her three-point shooting from outside.
Grace Carter right now 4 for 11 from beyond the arc with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Emily Bramante right behind her with 9 points and 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Gabrielle Reuter has also been making as many shots as well. She's 4 for 10 with 4 rebounds and 8 points total. And so over on the flip side, Jenna Saletti, 12 points, and Molly Pritchard as well as 12 points. And they're both leading the team for the Lions.
And Bramante's done a pretty good job in the backcourt. Lions have the basketball. They trail by 12. Almost stolen by Raymond. And again, they able to come back, and they're doing a terrific job right now as we enter the fourth quarter of play.
Originally being down by 17 points, now bringing it between 10 with still 9 minutes and 19 seconds left in this game. I'm interested to see, man. I'm telling you. Ain't over till it's over. Taking your words.
There's Ruta. She picks up a two-pointer. I'm trying to pick out whether or not they're in a man-to-man defense or a sagging man-to-man defense. Are they playing a zone? I guess they're still in their man-to-man. Good block shot, but there was a travel violation before the shot block.
Emily Bramante, excuse me, that was Gabrielle Reuter doing amazing defensive work for the Skyhawks. Definitely giving Melody Pritchard a run for her money.
And of course, she has the size. I'm talking about not Taylor, but Jennifer Warden. We got a Warden, we got a Warnham.
The team's first foul.
She makes her first free throw, this young lady from Abington, Massachusetts.
For Stonehill.
See a big difference, Tom, from Division III when you did Bridgewater games and Division II.
Yeah, there is a big difference.
Talent-wise,
I would say more aggressive in comparison to Division III. You see a lot more variety on both sides of the ball in comparison in Division III.
Here's Kelsey Shaw, takes a three-pointer. Hit the outside of the rim. That one wasn't close.
That's foul number 35. Her second personal, the team's first foul.
Bramante comes into the ball game. Jennifer Warden will get some rest.
Number 33, Mark Garan. And checking in for Stonehill.
Taking a look at Molloy, Tom, and having seen University of Sciences, I know they're not going to play each other, but you could see a big difference talent-wise.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the differences between University of Sciences and Molloy, it becomes pretty apparent. Just at that point, like the level of talent that they have is phenomenal. And not only that, it's a young mix of players as well. I mean, realistically speaking, there's only three seniors on the team, and a majority of the players that they utilize has been freshmen and sophomores, and it's definitely going to be, like I said, it's going to be a phenomenal game tomorrow. I'm really excited to see that one.
Special thank you we should give to Reverend John Denning, the college president here at Stonehill, for letting ECAT cover these games and bring these games out to the community. Good ball movement. There's Raymond, goes to the hoop, throws it off the window. Ended up back rimming it. 7:20, the clock running. When you think about the 4 players that Stonehill lost last year, let me just mention a few. Kelly Martin, of course, one of the All-Americans, along with Samantha Heislip. You remember her, Tom?
Yep.
And Courtney Walsh in the backcourt. And Elizabeth Grip. She was a great rebounder and defensive player, and got that recognition award in the NE10 conference.
Yeah, I remember Heislip was always the one underneath the basket, and she was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. And Reuter, of course, is basically taking her place, making sure they get the boards.
Yeah, and you saw Reuter play her position a lot last year as well, but now that it's more solidified as Reuter's role.
.33 red. Timeout on the court. And of course, we should thank Dean O'Keefe, the athletic director, and the assistant athletic director, Doug Munson, who's always here at courtside doing what he can to set this atmosphere up. And of course, I see Paula Sullivan is here. The court was named after her. And Tom, she's a former athletic director here at Stonehill College. Lady Skyhawks, a lot of interest in what they do, a lot of interest in young ladies wanting to come here, not just for an education, but to play for an outstanding coach. I'm talking about Tricia Brown.
Her 18th season, won multiple different championships and tournaments throughout her entire tenure here. And as you said before, she's an 87 graduate of Harvard University. And it's been nothing but excellence here for Stonehill in the 18 seasons that she's been able to be a part of.
I understand she was a terrific rebounder. Let's take a look at some of the games that Stonehill has played, Tom. I know that they lost 2, one to Bentley and one to Assumption of Worcester. But they've beaten some good teams, and they've won a lot of games on the road. Stonehill, again, a little bit off in their shooting. They're maintaining that 12-point lead. Lions try to go baseline. They get it back out front. And no foul on the play. Usually when you see 3 people fall down, you figure there's going to be a foul called on the play.
Yeah, but I like that. But Tara Harrison was able to kind of just drive in. I think that was a good call. There was a good no call there. I think that the only kind of thing I could possibly think of was maybe a blocking foul, but I still think that was a good call. There was nothing on the paint.
Taking a look at the standings in the NE10 conference, Bentley, of course, on top with a record of 7 wins and 2 losses. Stonehill and St. Anselm's, as well as Assumption, are all 5-2. And they've kind of taken turns beating each other. But it's one of those things that I think the Patriots coach said it the best, one game at a time. He's worried about tomorrow. He's not worried about the playoffs.
Yep.
As he said, you got to get in the playoffs. He's in them now, but he always says that. He's got to be a tough guy to interview.
I mean, just look at any post game for the Patriots.
We got an 8-point difference here. 5:31 on the clock. Stonehill goes to the hoop, and we're going to have a foul on the play. I think this was before the basket.
The Lions fouls at number 20, Tyra Harrison, her second personal.
So they'll call this against Harrison. And there's the J. It's been a while since she scored, Raymond. She now has, 9 points in this ball game? And she hustles to try to steal the ball on the gym floor.
I mean, Raymond's been all over the place.
And they pick up another hope. I'm talking about the Lions. 64-56, 4:50 remaining in this ball game. We're in the final quarter of play. Here's Raymond, gets it to Shaw. Shaw takes the three-pointer, won't work. Molloy not giving up the ship. Shot partially blocked. Give credit to Warden. Here comes Bramante. And of course, she tried to get that to Diabate, but it didn't work. A lot of turnovers. A lot of turnovers, and I'm not talking Apple turnovers.
I just want to first start off with Ramonte's attempt. So after the missed pass from the Lions, there was a deflection right there from Ramonte, and she could have taken it straight to the hoop. The only person that was in her way was Innocence Grady. And granted, there's a good 7-inch difference between the two of them. And all you had to do was just make one move and just take the shot off. I don't agree with making that move against Diabate, and that caused then the turnover for the Lions again. And on the flip side, though, there was no reason to make that extra pass over to the far side when you knew for a fact that you had someone right next to you. Well, my point being is, you just got to slow down and just make your shots. I mean, just, or
It looks like 31.
all you have to do is just, contemplate where exactly your positioning is and just make a move off of it. You don't have to worry about the next teammate. You just got to make sure that you have the separation between you and the person behind, in front of you in those kinds of situations.
Taking a look at the teams in this tournament, University of Sciences, they call them the Devils. They're 8-0. Assumption College Greyhounds, they're 8-3. Stonehill Skyhawks are 9-2 on the season, and Molloy College Lions, they're 6-5. So all four of these teams have had their taste of victories. Right now, Stonehill wants to pull this one out. They're up by 8. The Lions have the basketball, and it goes out of bounds. Went off the fingertips of Grady. Stonehill will get it back. Here's Raymond with the basketball at the top of the key. Goes underneath. Went off the fingertips of Raymond. That was a little give and go from Ruda to Raymond. Here's another shot block. And that was Bramante. Goes baseline, gets the ball stolen. Lions not going away. And we got a baseline violation. That's the call by the officials. Bramante gets a rest. Kelsey Shaw comes in.
Kelsey Shaw.
one of the Stonehill tri-captains. Shaw, Ruda, and Diabate. Nice block by Raymond. Wow. Raymond blocked the shot and he went back and hit
Yeah, it hit off the foot of,
Asperu.
it hit off the foot of Gabriel Asperu. And that was a great move by the freshman.
Raymond looking for a shot. Goes to the hoop, throws an underhand scoop shot. Doesn't fall. 2:45, I should say 2:52 remaining in this ball game. Wow. Certainly the Lions had a chance.
Yeah, I mean, two offensive rebounds going back to back and still coming up with no dice, and that's unfortunately been a theme so far in this game.
Kelsey Shaw misses, and here's a young lady that likes to go coast to coast. Takes the shot, gets her own rebound, the smallest player on the court. And we'll have a foul in the paint.
That's Stonehill foul for number 4, Kelsey Shaw. Her 4th personal. The team's 3rd foul.
Watching the men's game, which went into overtime, they trailed for the entire game. And then when they got into overtime, they pulled it out.
Checking back in from Molloy, number 10, Melanie Pritchard.
So, Tom, you had a chance to sign a professional contract in basketball, and you gave that up to announce. We appreciate that.
Always have to take one for the team.
156.
You can consider it making sure I avoid public embarrassment for my amazingly incapable skills of basketball. Or,
well, the pay's pretty good.
Yeah.
Stonehill in the bonus. Kelsey Shaw
Yeah.
before the line to shoot 2.
I'm pretty sure I would get minimum wage in an NBA team.
Shaw has a chance now to put her team out in front by 10. Makes the first. She'll now shoot the back end of her 2 free throws. Lots of concentration, a little spin a roll. She makes it. So Stonehill right now out in front by 10.
They still have yet to miss. Go ahead.
Pelican called a quick timeout.
And what's crazy too is that the Skyhawks have yet to miss a shot from the charity stripe. They're right now 8 for 8. But realistically speaking, the big debacle and the reason why they've been so successful is they're 24 for 60 in total. They're shooting 40% overall, and a lot of times it's really been the bench points. Really, but by comparison, like they got 19 points so far off the bench, and the big reason why is because they've actually been able to utilize players like Taylor Warnham as well as Jennifer Warden, and as well as Emily Bramante as well. And you see these players coming off the bench and able to, be able to help out their team as much as possible. It just goes to show that, there's no real there's a lot of depth to the Skyhawks team.
And when you take a look at those players you may be talking about, certainly Warden, Santoro, Warnham, they have been absolutely terrific coming off the bench to pitch in and help out. Right now we're down to 150 remaining in this ball game. Stonehill a 10-point lead. It was almost 20 at the end of the first half. And there's a drive to the hoop. She makes the basket. She'll go to the charity stripe and she'll get a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
The team's 4th foul. Melanie Pritchard at the line. She'll shoot 1.
Goes out of bounds. Lions get it back. They'll double stack to get the ball out of play as they pick for each other. They finally get it in bounds. Ball stolen by Kelsey Shaw. So the Lions get it back. I thought they were gonna call a foul, Tom.
I don't think there was any contact, to be honest. I mean, the only thing I saw was just...
I thought you might have get tripped up.
That was... That might have been the makeup call or the exact same situation that happened last time, but once again we saw Kelsey Shaw just like off ball, just fall to the ground.
Here's Shaw now. She's going to take the ball across midcourt. Gets it to Warden. Little give and go. They go to the hoop. They take the shot. Warden will go to the foul line. She'll shoot two with 1 minute and 19 ticks remaining in this ball game. Tom and I would certainly like to wish everybody out there a Happy New Year. Nice rebound by Raymond. Ends up in the hands of the Skyhawks. Good hustle by Warden. No foul in the play. No travel.
All right. Take ball. Stonehill basketball.
I actually caught the ball in one game right here. My first thought was to take the shot. Ken says, no, give it back.
Please tell me you end up taking the shot.
Well, Carter took her shot not too far from here in the end of the first half.
Yeah, right? Nice.
There's Warden with a three-pointer. That kind of clinched it.
9 points for Jennifer Warden.
Raymond with a strong rebound. Ball restolen. And that was a traveling violation.
There's been multiple different occasions where the Lions have been able to get a turnover and just either cause another turnover or just come up with nothing. It's been just a common trend.
That's not fault. Molloy fouls on number 10. Pritchard, her third personal. Kelsey Shaw at the line for Stonehill.
That foul will be against Pritchard, a sophomore from Knightdale, North Carolina.
This is probably the last person you want at the charity stripe right now.
Yeah.
Kelsey Shaw right now 5 for 5.
Good left-handed shooter. Makes them both. 72-58. I originally picked Stonehill to win by 20.
We're about 9 seconds away from, looks like losing that bet.
Molloy fouls number 1. Innocent Street. That's her fourth personal.
Although they still keep on making these
Free throws.
those free throws from Kelsey Shaw, you might get your money's worth.
Shooting 2.
I want to thank you, Tom, for joining me here for this cable cast.
Oh, anytime, Dave, anytime. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry, you will not be making your money back.
73-58. As we close in on the end of this ball game, this will be victory number 10 for the Skyhawks. They'll be 10-2 overall. They'll count that basket. 73-60. That's the final. Any important stats that we should bring to their attention?
So to finish things off, Stonehill College takes the lead and wins this matchup here at the Mercury Gymnasium, 73-60. Excuse me, they counted the last basket at the last second, and so the lead score contenders for this matchup for the Stonehill Skyhawks were Grace Cotter at 14 points, Kelsey Shaw with 11, Gabrielle Reuter with 10, and Jennifer Warden with 9. And on the flip side, Melody Pritchard with 14 points, Jenna Saletti with 12, and Tyra Harrison with 11. And for Dave Clifton, my name is Thomas Pike. Thank you for joining us on Eastern Community Access Television. We'll see you guys again here tomorrow for the championship matchup against Stonehill College versus the University of Sciences. And we'll have that game clock at 1 o'clock, if that's correct, right?
The Patriots game is at 1. This game would be at 3:30.
So that means that
tomorrow's game.
So that means that we'll be here tomorrow at the Mercury Gymnasium at 3:30 to give you a live broadcast of the finals. And for Dave Clifton, my name is Thomas Pike. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Happy New Year.